Well, now we suggest that you move to the frontline areas, see what is happening at the front. Let's start with the Sieverszczyna and Slobozhansky directions. These reports were provided to us by the General Staff of Ukraine. So on the Sieverszczyna and Slobozhansky directions, the enemy maintains a military presence in the border areas, continues to shell settlements from the territory of Russia, and launched airstrikes in populated areas in the areas of Horka, Pavlivka, and Popivka in the Sumy region. More than 20 settlements were subjected to artillery and mortar shelling, among them Halaganovka, Gremyat in the Chernihiv region, Buda, Krenok, Volfin, Miropilia, Velika, Pisarivka in the Sumy region, as well as Ivashki, Kozacalopa, Nesterna, and Kamyanka in the Kharkiv region. And now we have the opportunity to move to the Kupinsky direction. Here the enemy launched an airstrike in the area of Nadezhda in the Luhansk region. They also fired artillery and mortars at the settlements of Senkivka, Petropavlivka, Kislivka, Tabaivka, and Krakomalna, all in the Kharkiv region. Moving on to the Lyman area, where the enemy did not conduct any offensive assault operations. Instead, they carried out airstrikes in the areas of the settlements of Terny Torska, Siversk, and Vesele in the Donetsk region. More than 10 settlements were affected by artillery and mortar shelling, including Bilohorivka in the Luhansk region and Zarichna Torska, Serebryanka, Verknokamena, and Vesela in the Donetsk region. Next, the long-suffering Bakhmut front, where our defense forces successfully repelled 5 enemy attacks near Klishchivka and Bilahora in the Donetsk region. The enemy attempted to regain their lost position in the Andrivka area of the Donetsk region. At the same time, they also carried out airstrikes near Andrivka and New York, also in the Donetsk region. Moreover, in the Donetsk region. More than 15 settlements among them came under artillery and mortar fire. Orekova, Vasilivka, Chas Aviator, Ivanovskaya, Druzhba, Zalisnaya, Donetsk region. Let's move on to the Avdiivka front, where the enemy conducted ineffective offensive operations in the Avdiivka region, Donetsk region, and also launched an airstrike here. Artillery and mortar shelling targeted nearly 10 settlements such as Keramik, Stepov, Orlivka, Avdiivka, Severnaya Nevelska, and Donetsk region. Then the Marinka front. They successfully repelled roughly 10 enemy offensives in the Marinka region. The enemy launched an airstrike in the Novomikhailivka area of the Donetsk region, where the enemy's consistent artillery and mortar attacks did not let up. The areas under attack by the invaders were populated towns such as Krasnohorivka, Maximilianivka, Georgivka, Komarenka, Pobeda, and Novomikhailivka, Donetsk region. On the Shakhtershchina front, Russian forces launched an airstrike near Staromaisk in Donetsk Oblast, where artillery and mortar shelling took place. Vodyany, Vuhledar, Prakistivka, Zolotaya Niva, Blagodatnaya, Urozhainaya, Staromayeska. This is all Donetsk region. Let's move on. So in the Zaporizhzhia direction, the enemy launched airstrikes in the areas of Verbova, Rabotinov, and Novodanilivka, Zaporizhzhia region. More than 15 settlements were subjected to artillery and mortar shelling, in particular Olhivsky, Krasny, Huliepol, Charivne, Novoandrivka, Kamyanska, Zaporizhzhia region. If we talk about the Kherson direction, then it is against it. Conducted airstrikes near Obrodokominka and Mykolaivka. About 10 settlements were subjected to enemy artillery and mortar shelling, including Novovorontsovka, Kocharivka, Bereslav, Lviv, and Kizimysk. This is all in the Kherson region.